Hey everybody, the purpose of this video is to get you some solutions to the relative position quiz 3, just real basic stuff, big block of data, pull some statistics from it, and then graphically display that block of data. So for starters, the first bit is just find the 5-number summary. I've written it up here. I'm guessing you used your TI. Right before I made this video, I remembered there's a fun function in Excel. And I would have done this whole video in Excel, except the box plot is not the easiest thing to do in Excel. But there's a fun function called quartile in Excel. So if you wanted to find the min value, you could actually just type equals quartile, and then you'd have to put the range of where your data is. So if you put it in like a long row, I guess that's a row, yeah, a row or a column, just label that. So you put your range, and then you put 0. For the 0th quartile. I know we talked about that in class. So that's the 0th quartile. If you wanted to find the first quartile, you just change the 0 to a 1. The median would be a 2, the Q3 would be 3, and max would be Q4. So that's a pretty quick way of getting those 5 numbers very, very quickly, especially if you're used to using absolute references. You can always shoot me an email, and I can explain that to you in a sheet too. But anyway, once we have those values, the next two things were to make a box plot and then add a dot plot to the box plot. So, I think I said that right, dot plot, yeah. So, for starters, this would be awesome in Excel if Excel did this well, but it doesn't. It doesn't do either of these things well. I've cobbled together things that will do each one, but not together yet. So, working on that. So anyway, we'll draw a real quick manual one here. The data has no units, purely fictitious. So let's see, we go from 2 to 34. Why don't we go from 0, 5, 10, 15. That worked out pretty well. Sweet. So, and then we just drop in the box plot, or the box plot first. So the min's at 2-ish here. Your max is at 34-ish here. Your 8.5, 17.5, and 25. Alright. And judging on how that thing looks, I don't think we have any goofy outliers based on that plot. There's your IQR. And if you stack that on the quartiles, it exceeds them. So definitely 1.5 is going to exceed them. Your outlier ranges will be over here and here. So I think that's a fine box plot, especially since I just made it. So what I want to do now is we're going to add the dot plot to the box plot. So we're going to take a moment here and just go by one and add. And this is where technology would be totally rad if I can build the sheet to do it, which soon. So if you'd be so kind.
4, 27.
Drew that in the wrong place. So here we are, and this is again where technology would come in handy. I've drawn that as 8.5, but these are both 8s. So I'm going to go ahead and use some fantastic editing. We're going to go ahead and just cheat that over just a smidge. Call that good. So there's your dot plot and your box plot, and technology make it a lot easier, obviously. But that's the rough idea. The basic idea is to make sure you guys get an idea of how the data clusters in the 4 quarters. So you've got, what do you got? You got 30 data points, so you're going to have roughly 6 in each of the pieces. So 7.5 in each of the pieces. I just did the math wrong on that one. 30 divided by 4 is 7.5. So that's what you're seeing represented there. Cool. Hope that helped. See you in class.